Welcome back to Beef Outdoors and Tackle Talk Tuesday. Now the video this Tackle Talk is pairing with is up in the corner right here. It's from our Monday Night Multi-Species League out on the river, where all of our fish that we scored were caught on this one presentation. And that is a wacky rigged stick bait or Senko. Now I'll go through the specifics that I like to fish with this and why I was doing what I was doing. So first, why I was doing the wacky rig weightless Senko. We were skipping up into and under some down trees with rock bank immediately behind it. It's a fairly steep drop off. It goes from basically bank to like 3 feet, but there's brush all below the water surface. So if I was to skip a jig up in there, it's going to immediately get caught up in the brush. I had to skip a Senko up under the trees, up to the rock bank, let it sit there for a little bit, and then work it right back out. The fish were tucked right up on the bank. So if I didn't get it within a couple of feet of the bank, it was just a poor cast and just start over. And I am doing this on a Della Bay 7-foot medium fast action rod. This one's the Voyager series. I love this rod because it is my kind of power fish and spinning rod. I'm able to get the fish up out of the junk. So when I got bit, I needed to be able to set the hook, get a good hook set, get the fish out of that brush. Because if I didn't get them out of the brush immediately, they were going to go down and I was going to break off. The second thing is this 7-foot rod helped me get the tip down in the water. If I didn't get the tip down in the water fast enough, the smallie was going to jump and throw the hook. Had it happened to me a couple of times, and I quickly learned I got to get that tip down in the water to keep them pinned. That was very important. Now what I'm fishing this on is 15-pound PC Fun braid as the main line, and I have a 15-pound fluoro leader. I was fishing some pretty stained water, so 15 pounds is no problem. I could have probably fished this on straight braid and it wouldn't have mattered, but I was tying the fluoro leader. I have this with a PC Fun Carbon X 2000 sized reel. Has a good spool size, so I'm able to get a nice consistent skip out of it. The larger spool diameter helps you skip those lures a bit better. But the 2000 size reel is still really lightweight. This is overall a very comfortable combo to fish. Doesn't take a whole lot to hold on to it. It's a very comfortable combo to fish all day long. On the hook, I like just a simple size 1 wacky rig hook. The Senko can sit right in there very nicely, super sharp, get a good hook set and good pinning power in those. Now as far as the bait itself, there's 2 types of stick baits or Senkos that I like to fish. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Prism. This is the Prism from Biwa. What I really like about this bait is, if you look at it, it's got 2 different kind of sized ends, so they have a little bit different density. So if I wacky rig this right in the middle, it's going to fall a little bit nose first. If I want an even fall, I can rig it further up here. If I really want it to nose fall, almost like your Nico rigging, you can put the hook way down here, or vice versa. You can get a very different fall if you put it way up here. Now, when I am wacky rigging, there's something I like to do to keep, to maintain more Senkos and lose less baits. I like to use the bands, but I'm going to use 2 of them. So I'm going to put the first one right here, so the band's on. Now I'm going to take the second one, get it set up all the way on my wacky rig tool, and I'm going to very carefully slide it on so that it creates this cross here. It's kind of crisscrossed in there. So when I can take my hook, I can thread it right through the crisscross, and I can still have the perpendicular hook to the bait lot of times when you use the bands, and you just go under one band, it's like this. And I feel like I don't have quite as good of hook sets, but if it's in a really weedy area, this is more weedless. So I love having it being able to be hooked in the crossway to be able to have a better hook position. Now the second type of bait that I'm going to throw is my favorite Senko, is the Twitch from Billy Rub. The Twitch has all these segments, so you get tons of action. And once again, you can kind of adjust where you hook it to get a little bit different action. And then what I really like to do with the Twitch is to take my favorite scent from Billy Rub, rub it right in those openings, and it'll hold your scent in there for you. So you have a little bit more holding power when the fish is biting on your Senko, because they smell it, it tastes good. My two go-to scents for bass are garlic and crawfish. Those are my favorites. What's cool about the Billy Rub Senkos is they're made with protein. So this isn't your standard plastic. And it has a little bit different sink rate, and the fish bite and they hold on to it. So those are my two favorite types of Senkos. Senko fishing is so much fun, both largemouth and smallmouth. You can pinch down if you want to just decrease the size a little bit. You can either on the Billy Rub take off a little bit of segment here, or pinch off however much you want on the Prism from the Biwa. So pick up some Senkos. When I'm bass fishing, whether it's largemouth or smallmouth, I basically always have one on the deck at all times, ready to go. I can throw it into cover, I can skip it under docks, I can skip it under trees. It's just a great bait to throw, and it produces. It caught us a nice bag of bonus size smallmouth from Multi-Species League. So check out the Multi-Species League video here. It was a fun one. Fun place to fish. Some huge bags come out of there. So, Cole Karski, Beef Outdoors. Tight lines, everyone.